Hey guys, um, so this is just gonna be a quick little lunchtime. Hey, how you doing? If you saw the thumbnail, which I'm assuming you did because you clicked on the video, um, I quit my full-time job, like a normal 9 to 5 salaried employment that I've been with for almost 7 years, since the very beginning of 2014. I've been with the company that I'm with now. So I have been through everything with them, from growing as a professional to getting married, having a child, major life changes with this company. So when I decided to call it quits, a lot of people were taken aback. So I wanted to touch on a couple things that helped with my decision. Now, granted, this is a personal decision. I am not telling anyone to quit their job in the middle of a pandemic. Mind you, there are a significant number of openings now because there are businesses that had to close during the shutdown that are now trying to bring employees back in. So all of that stuff aside, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to decide to be a stay-at-home parent or any stretch of the imagination. I'm sharing my reasons for quitting my job and why I chose now to do that. So without further ado, the first reason is my family's health and well-being. I think we all know our bottom line at the end of the day is that we have to make sure that our spouse, children, family, all of their needs are met. And I include myself in that list. I'm not making these decisions based on not having my own needs met, but my family as a whole, our family unit, I have to make sure that our needs are met. So with two parents working outside of the household with a small child right now, we are bleeding money to basically float this lifestyle that isn't necessary. So we don't need to pay for childcare. The majority of my income is going straight to childcare. So the biggest reason was the family life balance and making sure that my family's needs are met. The second reason kind of ties into the first one, but it's because I wanted to take this time to create personal development that would benefit me later on when my child, and potentially more children, if we decide to have any more, are in school and you reach that phase of life where you're not as needed. So I decided to go back to school full time. I am currently enrolled in a bachelor's degree program, and because of all of my work experience and previous education, I'll be able to finish that within a year. I'm over halfway done. I have 3 semesters worth. So I'm gonna be able to take this time that I'm not working and put it to good use, so to speak. Obviously, it's going to be great that I'm home with my child and I'm able to spend time with her, but the interim where she's napping or she's at an activity or whatever the case might be, I'm able to put that energy towards something to better myself so that I have some sort of enrichment outside of being a mom and a wife. The last and probably biggest decision-making factor for me was my relationship with my husband. I have gotten to a point where working full-time is physically and mentally draining me to where I have nothing left to give him. And while many people may say that that's a season in life that we go through when you have small children and you're both working and, just the hustle and bustle, we have the ability to avoid that. Not everyone can, and there are going to be some major sacrifices. I'm going to have to break up with my Amazon delivery guy, unfortunately, but it's going to put me in a better place mentally to be able to give more and pour more into my family. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Yes, it's cliche. Yes, everyone will tell you that, but the reality is that it's true. We're both getting home from work tired, stressed out, mentally drained, and then having to go through the motions of, what are we going to make for dinner? What are we going to do this night? What are we going to do that night? Who needs a bath? What's necessary to go in the backpack for daycare tomorrow? And then you put the kids to sleep and the house is finally quiet, and I just want to curl in bed and close my eyes. And I understand that a significant number of women have a heavier mental load than their husbands. It's just the way women are wired. I don't think that there's anything inherently negative about it. Some men are better at observing that. My husband, for one, God bless him, because sometimes he's on a completely different wavelength and sometimes he is right there and knows what I need before I know I need it. So I think there's an ebb and a flow for all of us, and removing the 9 to 5 drag is gonna give me significantly more free brain space to focus on what my family needs and focus on making sure my needs are met so that I am not completely drained of everything and I can give to them. So yes, I might be crazy. I quit my job during a pandemic. I am not losing all sources of income because I do have part-time stuff. I am able to freelance. I've been in an industry for over 7 years, so there's plenty of professionals in my area that I can reach out to and offer my services, and I think that that's all that I'm going to need at this point. I want to be able to contribute, not just monetarily. I want to be able to take all of the things that I'm stressing over now, make sure they're taken care of on a regular basis so that my focus can be on my family. So if you are teetering on that decision, if it's something that's been weighing heavy on your heart, I encourage you to reach out. For me, I spend a lot of time praying about it. If that's not your thing, reach out to people, have conversations, have hard conversations, and be very open about what you're feeling, why you want to make this decision. Is this something that you can make work for your family, not put yourself in a rough situation? And when I say rough situation, I don't mean getting rid of your Starbucks drinks. First world problems, y'all. First world problems. You don't need to have Starbucks every day. If your life is going to be made better by not having Starbucks every day and you being able to stay home with your children or help your husband, let go of the Starbucks. We're on YouTube. If you're watching this video, you're on YouTube. Search Starbucks knockoffs or Starbucks dupes. Do you know how many options there are for cheaper drinks? Don't get your girl wrong. I love Starbucks. I love coffee. Coffee is my friend. I have to have coffee every morning, so much that my toddler has known the word coffee probably since one of her first 3 words that she ever said. Coffee, okay? Mommy has coffee every day. Coffee. However, is that $6 latte worth your peace of mind? So I had the real conversations. I made deliberate decisions. I planned very diligently how this would work, what it would look like. If you're interested in what my side gigs are, drop me a comment below and I can do a video on what my side gigs are. And it's yes, one of them is direct marketing, but the majority are not. The majority are legitimate businesses with no upfront cost. I don't even get any type of referral for sharing them with you. It's not a monetary gain for me. They're all things that I can maintain even as a stay-at-home mom with my kids around. So I'm happy to share some of that stuff. If you've made this decision, drop me a comment and tell me, what did that mean for you? What did that give you? What benefits was it? Are you happy that you made that decision? Are you not happy that you made that decision? Where do you fall in that spectrum? Do you wish you could go back to work? And if you are somebody that's like, Savannah, you're crazy, I can't stay home with these kids all the time, that is okay too. We all have things that we are good at juggling, and for some people, getting out of the house and having a career that they can focus on is really important to them as a person and really important to their well-being. So that is completely okay, and I applaud you. I struggle to leave the house every day and listen to my 2.5-year-old say, no, mommy, I just want to sit here and snuggle with you, and take her to somebody else to take care of her and then go to work. That breaks me. So if it doesn't break you and you are able to maintain those relationships, continue to do that. But if you're like me and you want to make hard decisions that could potentially lead to putting you in a position where you can stay at home with your kids, budgeting, planning, talking about what that's going to look like are going to be your first steps. This was not something I decided overnight. I actually was more encouraged to make this decision in the beginning of the shutdown because our company worked from home for about 3.5 months. So I kind of got a glimpse of what my days would look like. Granted, they had work tied into them, but we were able to come up with a schedule where I could manage the work, manage my daughter, and it was amazing. And if I could have kept my job and worked from home, I would do that. But it wasn't something that the company I work for was looking for. They wanted someone to be physically in the office once we were able to safely do so. And that is a reality for a lot of companies. So for me, after having that experience and knowing how much that impacted my mood, my mental health, my child's mental health, our family dynamic, taking the plunge. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, things you want to share, drop me a comment below. Please hit the subscribe button. This is a new-ish channel, so I want to start putting more content on here, but I am not really sure if there's a niche that I should pick or if I should just share my life with you guys. This is me, this is who I am, and I look forward to sharing some more about our family now that I'm transitioning to being home. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.